All right, and joining us now is graduate student Nick McCloud. Nick, your first question will be from Patrick Engel.
Hey, Nick, how kind of a two-parter here. How are you kind of looking at and just feeling about the chance to get some one-on-ones, I would assume, with someone like Devonta Smith? And second, what do you think allowed you to kind of acclimate so quickly as a grad transfer coming into a new program under some pretty unusual circumstances?
Well, for the first question, it's just being able to compete with somebody like a player like Devonta Smith and the other great players they have is just a great opportunity. You know, I love to compete more than anything. So that's just first and foremost, just being able to have the opportunity to be on that platform to compete with those guys. And as far as just coming in, being acclimated to this program, I just think the way I was raised, the way I was built, along with just having captain-like experience coming from NC State was really what made the adjustment kind of easy for me.
We'll hand it over next to Darren Pritchett.
Nick, when you turn on the film and start evaluating wide receivers, what do you look for? And are there a couple of traits in Devonta Smith's game that puts him in a elite category of a wide receiver in college football?
Well, for me personally, just playing as much press as I do, just kind of seeing how guys get off the ball, the releases, quickness, speed, all that. But as far as Devonta Smith, like you said, when you cut on the tape, you can tell he has all the intangibles: releases, speed, ability to go get the ball, run after the catch, everything. So I think that's what kind of puts him into the category that he's in as an elite guy, just for the fact that he just has all those intangibles. Because a lot of guys, they might have one or two, but they don't have them all. But he definitely has them all. So.
As a reminder, please use the raise hand function if you do have a question. We'll go next to Chris Daly.
Hey, Nick, so you're a graduate transfer, as everybody's mentioned. So what was your first impression in Notre Dame, and what's your impression on the program Coach Kelly has built here at Notre Dame?
My first impression on the program, I just knew it was a historical program before I got the opportunity to look deeper into it. That just off the top just triggered me to want to come here. And as far as the program that Coach Kelly has built, I learned a lot more about it. Like whenever I got here on campus officially, because I didn't get to come visit during the pandemic or whatever. But just all the traits, man, that he tries to instill in us on a day-to-day basis, that it just speaks volume of how he wants to run his program. So I love it. So
We'll go next to Dennis Freeman.
Yeah, can you talk to me about what's it like for you to be able to play in the Rose Bowl game, and also what set of challenges does Alabama's offense present for your defense?
Just playing the game is just a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up, this is a game that everybody wants to play in. Everybody watches Rose Bowl growing up. So just to be here, I'm just blessed to be here. But as far as the challenges the offense presents, they have a lot of weapons from top to bottom. Great physical offensive line, great quarterback, veterans up and down the roster. So, I think just that in itself is everything that they present is a challenge. So
We'll go next to Carter Carls.
Nick, what are a couple things maybe you've learned from being coached by Clark Lee this year that maybe you weren't accustomed to, or just some newer things that you learned? And then how has that helped you when you have a couple weeks to prepare for a game like this?
Just the scheme in itself, it was like we did a lot of some of the stuff on my first couple of years at NC State, but just the scheme in itself, how we expand on third down, how we prepare in the walkthroughs, everything. It just helps us throughout the week just because we see a lot of plays through walkthrough, through film, everything. So I just think just the expansion of his defense on third down, just how much we see the plays throughout the week, definitely helps. So.
And we will circle back to Darren Pritchett.
Nick, I just want to ask you about the impact that Matt Balis and his staff has had on you as a football player in your time at Notre Dame.
Definitely appreciate Coach Balis and his staff for everything they've done. Coming off that knee injury, it was a little tough. Just trying to get acclimated back to where I wanted to be in the weight room as far as my lower body stuff. So definitely appreciate them for all they done. Get me back to where I know I could have been when I got hurt. Get me back even better. So definitely appreciate those guys.
And we'll hand it over to Matt Freeman.
Hey, Nick, you've mentioned a couple times about your relationship with Stephen Gilmore. Have you kind of picked his brain at all this week about some tips or whatnot about what you'll face this week?
I haven't hit him up yet, but I'll definitely hit him up probably either later today or later on in the week, just to see like how he plays guys similar to the Devontae Smith, similar to guys like Alabama has. So definitely we'll be giving him a call later throughout the week. So.
And we'll do one more call for questions. If you do have a question, please use the raise hand function. All right, looks like we're good to go. Thank you very much, Nick.